Playing classic Doom for over 30 years gives you a lot of perspective on what makes a memorable Doom level. The levels that excite, intrigue, or just have a vibe that lasts much longer than the playing experience. A little while back, I made a video where I outlined my top 5 disliked classic Doom levels, and I figured it was time to balance the scales and throw out obscene amounts of positivity. In this video, I'm going to point out and discuss the classic Doom levels I personally enjoy and genuinely get a massive amount of enjoyment from playing. Of course, I know most people probably won't agree and have very different takes on what makes a fun Doom level, but for me, these are the experiences that have stuck with me throughout the years. And to start off, I'll run through the honourable mentions, levels that I adore but were pipped at the post by the top 5. Pandemonium is just the right blend of chaos and frantic action for me. It doesn't bog itself down with puzzle hunting affairs, it throws the player into a bunch of interesting rooms with demons and lets you have at it. It even has a BFG tucked away and an invulnerability stashed nearby, begging you to go wild. Hellkeep on the Jaguar is a tough level, but a fun one all the same. I think it distills what the original Hellkeep was shooting for in a more concise, well-presented offering. Pistol starting this one on PS1 on the ultra-violence difficulty is a Herculean task that will truly test your abilities. Mount Erebus is open, fun, and is experimental enough to be a fun exploration, but not so much that the level breaks under the weight of its ambition. Threshold of Pain used to be a level that I despised, but as the years pass, my opinion on it has risen high. So much so that I consider it to be one of the best final levels in any classic Doom campaign, and a level that has no business being as great as it ends up being. Underhalls in Doom 2 is a vibe level, and is super fun in its short runtime. It's not overly complicated and the design is pretty interesting, with some fun monster closets and teleportation that keeps you on your toes. Vivisection from No Rest for the Living is a stunning level design, showcasing how to reuse spaces within Doom levels to the highest effect. It's gorgeous, it's fun, and it keeps you on your toes every time you play. It's an absolute blast to boot up and play. System Control from TNT is criminally underrated as an opening level, and I feel that giving the player the Berserk pack right at the start was such an inventive idea. I love punching my way through this very well designed opening level that I feel captures the best elements of Doom 1 and Doom 2's opening experiences. Pharaoh from TNT is one of the few themed Doom levels that nails the brief entirely. By 1995 standards, it's a stunning, gorgeous level that is filled with memorable encounters and very creative situations for the player to work through. Go To It from Plutonia is also very fun. Who back in the day didn't warp to this level when they wanted to blow off some steam? I don't particularly love Slaughter maps, but this one hits the sweet spot for me. And with the honourable mentions out of the way, let's get into the top 5 levels. The Earth base embodies everything which makes No Rest for the Living so wonderful, a level that for newcomers can be played with ease and doesn't pose the hardest of challenges. It's also a level that for veterans contains a bountiful wealth of secrets, intense encounters, and a deep sense of intrigue. Everything this level does is deliberate and designed to guide the players towards those secrets. The road to the Yellow Key rewards players, and the encounters that come from it are leagues above most of what Doom 2 has to offer. And the best part of all of this is that it doesn't feel cheap. Getting the super shotgun feels like a true reward for the hard work that you put in to get to that point. It really showcases that the team who made this understood what they were doing. I could go on and on about these levels and how much I adore them. I will simply say that in my opinion, this is the best opening Doom level from any of the classic Doom games. The fact that we never got a full 32 map set in this style makes me absolutely sad. PS1 Doom is brilliant. I've said it many times and I'll repeat that until my final breath. Perhaps the entire collection's true magnum opus is Twilight Descends, the penultimate level in the Doom 1 collection and a level that puts a lot of the official levels to true shame. This level puts the player in a lot of different situations, all themed around a central building that will require players to work towards the ending. The encounters in this one are so much fun and the enemies are bouncy enough to provide a true challenge without overstepping the line. From the outdoor areas stuffed with barons and imps who can shoot down on you, to the dark room filled with cacodemons and shotgunners, outlined by imps. It's a visually impressive level that makes full use of the custom lighting that PlayStation Doom brings to the table. I also have to mention the fact that there's some moments in this level where you're truly tested on your ability. There are choke points where the enemies can really get the upper hand on you, and it's up to you to make sure that you don't fall. This level is a true challenge and one that delivers a super satisfying experience. Had this been placed into Doom 2 on the PC, I am 100% confident it would be mentioned among the best levels in that game. It's just that high level of quality for me. I have a very mixed relationship with Plutonia overall. I appreciate that it wants to be more challenging, but I feel that it loses some of the charm that comes with traditional Doom level design. A lot of the levels here feel more like puzzle boxes than actual places, and I find myself not enjoying them as much. Then Odyssey of Noises comes along and not only offers up the best city level released in retail Doom up to that point, it feels insanely grand and like a true penultimate level. The cyber demon at the centre of everything menacingly blasting rockets in your direction while he's flanked by various other enemies who are looking to opportunistically hit you is a great way to make this level work. There are times in this level where you'll feel safe, but actually you're not. Dealing with the cyber demon is a core aspect of this level, and if you pistol start, it can be a real challenge. The various buildings beg to be explored and are well designed, feeling like they belong. It feels like a much better realised version of Downtown. Sure, some of the later parts of the level can get a bit goofy, and it can be hard to figure out the way forward at points, but in terms of exploration and sheer fun, this level is probably the best in Plutonia for me. Dare I also say it's probably one of the best looking Plutonia levels as well. A lot of Knee Deep in the Dead levels hit the nostalgic vibe for me when I go back and play them. I could play these levels endlessly, but I think of all those levels, it's Computer Station that has really stuck with me over the years. From that music, which is haunting yet triumphant, through to the way the level is designed to tease what's coming next, I always find myself lost in the vibe with this one. The opening to this one offers arguably one of the firmest challenges in Knee Deep in the Dead, and the player is forced to use their skills that they've picked up during the episode to overcome the encounter. I also feel it's a great showcase for all the things which make Knee Deep in the Dead so special. There are plenty of secrets which will make things a lot easier if you're willing to explore, as well as optional areas that are stuffed to the brim with enemies and interesting items to find. Every encounter feels considered, and I love that the enemies repopulate the level during the later stages, making all the spaces in the level feel more well realised. Honestly, I consider this among the very best of what Ultimate Doom has to offer, and I feel that it doesn't miss the mark. Where do I start with a level that I feel nails all of its goals? As a penultimate level, it offers up arguably the grandest experience in Doom 2, its sense of scale and wonder rarely matched. You enter this level and see the exit right in front of you, but there's no way you can reach it without going around the outside, scaling the pathways, fighting the demons, and making your way towards the inevitable end. From the tight staircases where enemies can find you and force you to hug the walls, to the larger cavern areas which challenge the player with enemy encounters, even the tight walkways which in some levels can feel cheap, feel perfectly realised here. If you rush through this one, the enemies will begin chasing you, and it only makes the later parts of the level much more difficult. But what puts this level over the top for me is that it sticks the landing. At no point in this level do I feel like I'm being cheated. It feels like a true challenge for everything that I've learned in Doom 2. The only negative I put on this level is the fact that the final encounter with the Cyber Demon can be completely skipped. Personally speaking, I would have reworked the ending to this one and made this the final level. It feels so much more suited to that role, and I wish that Doom 2 had gone out on this high note rather than what follows. Those are my picks for the top 5 favourite classic Doom levels. Let me know in the comments what are your top 5 favourite Doom levels from across the entire classic franchise.